Good morning. Good morning. It's time to rise and receive. Welcome to your 10-minute morning send off designed to support you in receiving what you most want by unlearning struggle. So, today we're going to talk about how to invite good fortune when you need support. So, we all need support. We might not admit it. We might think it's a sign of weakness. We might wish for it and struggle to access it, but we all need support. And so I invite you as you are arriving here bright and early to settle in. Hope you have your tea, your cup of joe, whatever it is that's your morning brew. I'd like you to think about two things. One is, where would you like support? In what area of life? Would you like emotional support, financial support, physical support, just people to help you with the physical elements of life? Support in your business, support in your personal life. Think about where or how you would like or need support. And then, as you're contemplating this, think about what is it that you think is required for you to get this support, for you to receive this support. Okay? So, a lot of times what happens is we need or want support, but then we struggle to receive it or access it. Either we think it doesn't exist, or we think that we don't have the means or the way to actually tap into the support that we know is out there. So if you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author, and I help people to receive their fulfillment by unlearning struggle. And I'm really passionate about doing that. And so what I do each morning here at Rise and Receive is I illuminate this very tangible, very real, very results producing skill set known as receiving. Because if there's one thing I've learned in my many years of coaching and teaching people how to manifest their dreams, goals, wishes, wants, and aspirations with a very high track record, success track record, I have learned that most people get stuck in their manifestation efforts around this idea of receiving. Because even if we learn things like mindset and law of attraction and visualization and affirmations, even when we're dealing with inner world tools, we still approach it through what I call the hard work ethic lens. Because we over rely on this doing model of power, which is around thinking and analysis and pursuing and hunting and seeking. But the flip side of that for a very empowered human being is the receiving side. Most people have no idea how to receive. So that's what we talk about here. All right. So what I did today, as I do each morning, is I pull one card from my brand new Receive card deck. And we're in a series right now. Right now I'm doing a series on how to invite good fortune. And so I was tuning into what was happening for me. And then as always, I tune into what happens for other people. I'm kind of this sponge for whatever's happening out in the universe. So I feel people and all of my clients ahead of time. And this need for support was the thing that arose. Now, for me personally, it's in the area of business. My business is growing and it's a very exciting time. And I can no longer operate like a solopreneur, which means I'm now expanding into who is Sonia as CEO. And Sonia as CEO, who's building a business, has to delegate and has to receive support. And I was noticing where I was kind of stuck with that, stuck in that energy. So again, if you're just arriving here, I'm having people contemplate how or where in your life do you need or want support? And what do you think is required for you to receive this support? Okay, so I asked the question on behalf of everyone who needs this message, how to invite good fortune when we need support. And the card that I got, which is one of the reasons I love this Receive card deck, initially seemed like it had nothing to do with the topic. But I know, and this is what I invite you to do if you decide to get your own Receive card deck, is to know and trust that there's always the perfect message for you. So this was the card. The card is entitled Receive Holding. Receive Holding, which I know because I've created the card deck is really about physical holding when you're needing or wanting to be held. And I thought, what does this have to do with support, receiving support around my business? Well, this is what it has to do, and this is going to apply to every area of life. So whatever your area of life is, I invite you to sit back. Sorry, there's some loud noises going on out there outside my door. I invite you to sit back and receive this message. Now, I'm not going to read the entire card because I've already done a whole video on that. So I'll include a link to the Receive Holding card that you can watch, okay? But I am going to pull out this excerpt and then we're going to unpack it. So here we go. Receive Holding. The capacity to receive with ease is deeply connected to your capacity to receive nurturing. This is because your experience with nurturing is your first experience of receiving fulfillment. Nurturing is your first experience of manifesting physical world experiences too. I want to say that again. This is very important. Nurturing is your first experience of manifesting physical world experiences too. Whether relationship with parents, food, blankets, clothes, diapers, warm baths, and such. One of the most essential ways we receive nurturing is through being physically held with safety and care. As a child, you receive strong messages about your natural value and worthiness through safe touch and affection. This kind of experience nourishes many of our core childhood needs all at once. The need for acceptance, attention, availability, rest, time, safety, and more. And so when you are held with love and safety, your whole being, your body, and your nervous system feels and experiences receiving simply because you exist. I'm going to say that one again too. Okay? When you are held with love and safety, your whole being, your body, and your nervous system feels and experiences receiving simply because you exist. In other words, you aren't receiving because you earned the hug or worked hard for it or figured it out. You aren't receiving the hug as a transaction, as payment for your performance. You are receiving because you are you, because you are valued, because you are cared for, because you are respected, because you exist. So that's the excerpt I wanted to share today. Now, if you are wanting physical holding, again, I'm going to include a link to that. And I'm going to send you off on your day with this mantra. But I'm going to give you a second mantra today if you're wanting to invite support in expected and unexpected ways. So first, the mantra, if this Receive Holding card speaks to you and you are feeling the need to be held. Okay. I am willing to experience new and fulfilling possibilities for physical nurturing. I am willing to experience new and fulfilling possibilities for physical nurturing. So again, if this resonates for you, click on the link that I'll be including above or below as soon as we post this. And go back and watch that video because that'll give you lots of support around Receive Holding. Now, if you were drawn to today's Rise and Receive because you need support and want to invite good fortune, I'll give you the mantra that you can take with you for the day. And then if you want to stay for the after hours unpacking of this principle today, I'll be talking about that in a moment. So if you would like to invite good fortune around receiving support, here's your mantra. I am willing to receive support in expected and unexpected ways simply because I exist. I am willing to receive support in expected and unexpected ways simply because I exist. Okay, so I hope this is lighting up some light bulbs for you. And I want to unpack this because it's so powerful. So if you are just joining us, one of the questions I posed just at the beginning is, think about an area of life where you need or want support, whether it's business or personal, emotional, financial, the physical aspects of life, whatever it is, in intimate relationships and family relationships, however support looks to you. Think about that area of life and ask yourself, what do you think is required in order to receive that support? Now, I'm going to give you a couple ideas to explore. The first one is this: there is always support. There is always support. Now, it might not come in the form or through the person that you want, but the support is always here. That is the nature of life. Life is kindness. So you want to watch for, if you have a belief that it's all on you, that there's no support, or if you view support as a sign of weakness. In other words, I should be able to do it all myself. Okay, that's going to be a mixed consciousness inside of yourself, and your consciousness creates your reality. Okay, so support is always here. And by the way, I'm a recovering, got it all handled, do it all myself, because I don't think there's any support out there queen. All right, I'm talking from personal experience, not just from theory. And then one day, as I opened up to receiving, it occurred to me that support is always here. If I'm not experiencing support, is because I have trouble receiving it in some way, shape, or form. And one of the ways that we can get in our own way about receiving the support is here, is that we over-rely on the doing model of power. There's many reasons for this. I talk about it all the time, but the doing model of power is a transactional value model, which means in order for me to receive, I have to exchange something. I have to give something. I have to do something. Okay? So what happens is we can be needing support for personal or business, intimate, family, friendships. We can be needing support. And what we do is, instead of knowing how to simply invite and receive the support is here, we'll go up into our heads and say, what do I need to do in order to get the support I need? Exchange. It's based in productivity, a transaction. That's what I was doing this morning as I had my CEO hat, thinking about the support that I need to manifest in order to delegate, in order to keep growing my business. I caught myself. I'm like, wow, I'm caught in problem solving. I need support. And what it does is it stops you before you can even get the support going, right? And so I'm like, I'm actually blocking the receiving of the support because I think I need to make something happen. I need to exchange this in order to receive that. That is the over-reliance on the hard work ethic. Now, as we move into easy receiving, because receiving is the most natural skill set in the world. It's based in being. So there's doing and being. There's productivity and there's presence. The baby that we talked about in the receive holding card is we receive simply because we exist. The baby in an ideal world, and I realize not everyone had an ideal childhood, but this is our opportunity to tap into the truth of life beyond our experiences, beyond our hurts, beyond our wounds. This is within you. You just need to unlearn the struggle. We've learned struggles, sometimes through culture, sometimes through our family experiences. We get messages all the time that says, hard work is good and better. More hard work, more is better. No pain, no gain. Well, you can keep believing that, but you'll keep working hard. Or you can start opening up to natural divine worthiness. I say divine because divine is beyond the human condition, and it's unconditional. You don't have to believe in divinity, but we all have our natural sense of worthiness within. We get to learn how to tap into it. Okay, so here's the good news. You don't have to know how. You simply need to be willing. So back to your willingness mantra. If you feel like you need support, if you want to invite good fortune, every time you notice that you're trying to figure out how you're going to get support, notice, stop, breathe. I am willing to receive support in expected and unexpected ways simply because I exist. Eat it, breathe it, sleep it, sing it all day long. Just be willing. And then as you notice support coming in, say thank you. Just receive it. I was talking to a client in my Receive Q&A drop-in hours for the Receive course the other day, and she's really been working on this. She's noticing how much this transactional value is deeply ingrained. And when somebody just wants to give her something, whether it's a gift or taking her out to lunch, she feels guilty. She says, I have trouble just receiving it and saying thank you. I feel like I need to match it. If she gives me something, I need to give something back. This is an opportunity to unlearn that struggle and receive simply because you exist. We are all born with natural worthiness, and we get to reconnect with it. So I hope this is helpful. I invite you to take this mantra into your life. Receive the support that is here. And let me know how it goes, because this is very powerful. Once you become willing, it's amazing what shows up. I am willing to receive support in expected and unexpected ways simply because I exist. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like, please share. If you're on YouTube, please hit the red subscribe button. It helps me reach the people that I'm here to serve. And if you want to learn more about receiving, just check the links that I include above and below in the description. We have a very powerful Receive course that is open all year round. It's evergreen, and you can just jump right in whenever you're ready with weekly Q&A support calls, and all the trainings are online. So I'd love to invite you to join the Receive community and learn how to receive your fulfillment with much greater ease by unlearning struggle. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you at the next Rise and Receive. Bye, everybody.